for Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero. When it comes to news here on KALH, weather always comes first. Warm to hot spring-like temperatures are going to expand across the western and central U.S. this week. Numerous record-tying and breaking highs will be possible in Texas through the desert southwest all the way to the west coast. Closer to home, we have a chance for showers and storms tomorrow and Thursday. Otherwise, warm temperatures through the week. Very low humidity other than tomorrow and Thursday. Breezy afternoons Friday and Saturday. We'll have another look at the weather following this news.
This roadblock information for Tuesday, 25th of March. Roadblocks are subject to change without notice. Highway 70, Highway 54, Highway 380, Nike Avenue, Las Cruces Gate, and El Paso Gate will remain open.
Please be advised of a road closure on Florida between 8th and 9th for road repair today between 7:30 and 1. Detour signs will be posted to direct drivers to alternate routes. The Cave Creek fire sparked yesterday around 6 p.m. That's in Devil's Canyon in Lincoln County. At last check, it was up to 4.5 acres. The Gale fire is now 94% contained. Keep Tularosa Beautiful has an event coming up. We spoke with Rusty Helton.
Well, we're going to have our first cleanup this year on March 29th. Going to go from 8:30 to 10:30. Got all kinds of special prizes that have either been donated or purchased to give away to everybody that shows up from all the area merchants, including Ugly Pies, Alamars, the taco truck, everything. And so I think it's going to be a good deal. The weather should be good. We're going to pick up a lot of trash and make Tularosa beautiful.
And what day is that going to be happening on?
It's going to be on Saturday, March 29th.
So that's coming up pretty quick. Where do people meet and what time?
We're going to meet at the Tularosa truck stop where the truck's parked there at 8:30. And you can pick up trash as long as you want to, but we're going to pack our bags up about 10:30.
For more information, send a DM through the Keep Tularosa Beautiful Facebook page. The Alamogordo Recreation Center presents the Kid-tastic Fun Fair happening Saturday, April 12th from 1 until 5. There'll be music by a DJ, laser tag, open pool, a video game tournament, snacks, and a whole lot more. Best of all, this is free. The Astro Vikings robotic team are having a few fundraisers to earn the over $50,000 needed for their Alamogordo teams to travel and compete. We spoke with Coach Dr. Sarah.
We have a 5K planned at Alamogordo High School track on the morning of Saturday, March 29th, starting at 8 o'clock in the morning. We're currently selling Krispy Kreme donuts. We're currently doing a calendar fundraiser. We're planning a Filipino dinner coming up the first week of April. We've just got all kinds of things that we're trying to raise money. And then, of course, we do have where people can directly donate to us as well through a Stripe account.
How does someone get some information about how they can help and where they get all the information about all these fundraisers and so forth?
So my best recommendation would be to send people to the Astro Vikings Facebook page, which they can just look up Astro Vikings on Facebook, and it's got a lot of the information there. You can also look on Instagram for the Astro Vikings, and the information should be on that page as well.
Hear that interview in full on the Crazy Radio YouTube channel. It's actually a lot of fun. We even talked to some of the kids. You're invited to come out to Tractor Supply Company in Alamogordo on April 5th from 8:30 until noon to support 3 of our local girls, Helena Hinson, Jaleesa Cole, and Sarah Hoover, who have qualified for the Better Barrel Races World Finals in Oklahoma City. They will have baked goods for donations, so let's help them get there. Again, that's April 5th. Calling all military-connected artists, service members, veterans, and families, writers, visual artists, performers, you're invited to join in the Otero Arts Veteran Arts Showcase. The application deadline has been extended until April 15th. For information, contact Lori, 845-797-3642. Applications are available on oteroarts.org/showcase. Community Power New Mexico will be opening a tool library in Alamogordo in the coming weeks. They're also going to offer programs focused on teaching the area's troubled youth a trade, which is a good alternative to the road on which they're traveling. We spoke with Evan Lambert.
We've got a program called Building Futures, and what we do with that is we have at-risk youth, and we teach them trades. Oftentimes it's mandated community service, but we teach them trades, right? And while we teach them trades, they're learning how to build things like signs for our public gardens that are free to harvest and volunteer run, or they're making shelving units for our tool libraries. And so we are going to have the county's first public tool library, materials bank, and workshop open on May 1st.
If you want to make a monetary or tool donation, or maybe just get a tour, you can find him on social media, Community Power New Mexico. Well, today is Tuesday. That means we get an introspection from Pastor Johnny Walker.
Hey, this is Johnny Walker with this week's introspection. I know they say it's impossible, but I gotta try. When others say it's impossible, that's when we must dig deep and prove them wrong. Nothing great was ever achieved without facing challenges and obstacles. Believe in yourself, your abilities, push through the doubt and fear, and keep striving towards your goals. You are capable of achieving the impossible. Don't let anyone else's limitations dictate your potential. Take a leap of faith and give it your all. You never know what you can accomplish until you try. Your determination and perseverance will lead you to success. Embrace the challenge and show the world what you are truly capable of. You have the power within you to make the impossible possible. Believe in yourself and never give up. I know they say it's impossible, but you gotta try. This has been this week's introspection. This is Pastor Johnny Walker. We'll talk to you again next week, right here, same time, same place, on Crazy Radio.
News from around the state in just a moment. You're listening to Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.
Local news from local perspectives, from local voices. AlamogordoTownNews.org. Local sports, local events, and local happenings and more. Nonprofit owned and operated by Second Life Media. We are Otero County. AlamogordoTownNews.org. Heard daily on Crazy KALH Radio 95.1.
From basic to advanced computer repairs, it's GalacticGeeksPCRepair.com. Local business owned and operated by Greg Gutierrez, available for on-site work from 9 to 6 daily. Installations, upgrades, even virus repair. For information, email Greg at GalacticGeeksPCRepair.com. Google IT support, professionally certified.
Directory Plus is the right size book. It's the book if you need a phone book.
That's what just one person has to say about Directory Plus. With its red cover, features, colorful yellow pages, and lots more, it's no wonder people all over use Directory Plus.
It has so much more information. You can cross-check phone numbers or addresses or pretty much anything.
Look on the plus side, Directory Plus.
I'm a big fan of Directory Plus.
When you're high, you feel different. But if you feel different, you drive different. So don't drive high. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Another suspect allegedly involved in the Young Park shooting in Las Cruces has been identified through court documents. Las Cruces police have arrested 4 suspects, including 3 juveniles, in connection to that shooting. Court documents identify one of those suspects as Nathan Rivas. Las Cruces police have only identified Tomas Rivas, age 20. Nathan Rivas has not been publicly named as one of the 3 juvenile suspects arrested by police. As a matter of fact, the police have not released any of the juveniles' names. All suspects are facing 3 open counts of murder. 3 were killed and 15 were injured in that shooting. The Las Cruces Police Department is warning residents to be aware of fake GoFundMe accounts that appear to be using the Young Park shooting in Cruces as a way to scam residents. Be sure to vet any sites prior to any donation. Anyone with information on illegitimate crowdfunding platforms should report those accounts through the platform's reporting process. And to those who set up the fake site to profit off this tragedy, let's just say there's a special place in hell that awaits you. Yesterday, 36-year-old Matthew S. Trujillo of Roswell, who was already in custody, was served additional charges in connection to a homicide in 2019. Trujillo has been accused of shooting 30-year-old Stefan Gregory Dorham Jr. after an argument broke out. The investigation has determined that Dorham was in a vehicle stopped at a stop sign when a vehicle driven by Trujillo pulled up next to him. Trujillo got into the back of the vehicle with Dorham. Both had guns. An argument, possibly about drugs, began. Trujillo then shot Dorham, who shot back. A woman driving the vehicle jumped out. She had no injuries. Investigation has determined that more gunshots were fired before Trujillo exited the vehicle and fired 1 or more shots. Durham was shot multiple times, taken to a hospital where he later succumbed to his injuries. Police say Trujillo was not struck and left the scene in the vehicle in which he arrived. In connection to this case, Trujillo is being charged with first-degree murder, tampering with evidence, and being a felon in possession of a firearm. Former Albuquerque police officer Nelson Ortiz has taken a guilty plea deal in federal court amid the ongoing DWI scandal. Ortiz pled guilty to 1 count of conspiracy to commit interference with commerce. His federal charges and conditions of release were filed yesterday. Ortiz admitted to referring intoxicated driving arrests to attorney Thomas Clear II and law firm investigator Ricardo Mendez. He was released from federal custody following his plea. He resigned earlier this year. One of many federal agencies facing cuts by the Trump administration's Department of Government Efficiency is the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration. Roz Brown tells us how that affects New Mexico.
In addition to winter storms, NOAA keeps New Mexicans updated on the giant dust storms known as haboobs. Staff layoffs could be up to 20% or more than 1,000 jobs and have already begun. Among other roles, NOAA's National Weather Service provides data used by most weather forecasters, including for warnings and advisories. Meteorologist Bernadette Woods-Plackey is with Climate Central.
Because of NOAA data, we know when to evacuate ahead of storms, fires. We know when not to evacuate, which is also really critical because that saves a lot of money and a lot of time.
Haboobs can cause wind gusts up to 60 miles per hour, blowing dust and sand and reducing visibility to near zero, forcing numerous interstate closures. Woods-Plackey adds, beyond short-term predictions, data from NOAA helps farmers understand what to plant and when to harvest, especially as crop hardiness zones shift due to climate change. Some argue that services NOAA offers can instead be privatized, but David Dixon with the group Covering Climate Now says that shows a misunderstanding.
To argue against NOAA not being useful because we have private companies offering weather apps would be to argue against farmers because we have grocery stores. It really does fund the invisible backbone of virtually everything we consume.
NOAA's climate and storm data dates back to 1950 and reaches far beyond U.S. borders. I'm Roz Brown reporting.
The Land of Enchantment is set to become the 5th state to offer high school equivalency exams for free. The New Mexico Higher Education Department expects this will boost the number of adults earning high school equivalency diplomas. House Bill 167 became law late last week, so residents can now expect to save around $145 if they're taking their GED exam. Since 2021, the rate of New Mexico residents taking that test has increased by nearly 50%. As the fees are removed, the department estimates there's going to be a 20 to 40% increase in test participation over the next 3 years. Sports and weather are coming up next. This is Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.
They are role models and educators. Their work requires a great deal of time and energy for very little pay. Who are these unsung heroes?
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Coach.
The simple truth about education-based athletics in New Mexico is this. Without a committed team of coaches and administrators, they just wouldn't be possible. School sports, they bring out the best in all of us. This message presented by the New Mexico Activities Association and the New Mexico Athletic Directors Association.
There are 32 games for New Mexico softball today, including Chaparral at Hot Springs, Mescalero at Dora, and Santa Teresa at Ruidoso. 31 games for New Mexico baseball today, including Capitan at Elida, Hot Springs at Chaparral, and Tularosa heads to Ruidoso. Wow! Go Wildcats! Your Crazy Radio spot-on weather forecast for the Tularosa Basin today calls for sunny skies, partly cloudy tonight, mostly cloudy tomorrow with a 40% chance of showers and storms. Your high today in the basin, 83, low tonight of 49, high tomorrow, 81 degrees. In Cloudcroft, sunny skies today, partly cloudy tonight, mostly cloudy tomorrow with a 40% chance of showers and storms. New rainfall amounts are expected to be less than 1/10 of an inch. Your high today for Cloudcroft, 63, low tonight of 35, wind chill's going to make it feel like it's 29, high tomorrow of 60 degrees. Local breaking news can be found on our website, alamogordotownnews.org, and learn more about Crazy Radio by visiting kalhradio.org. Also, check out the Crazy KALH Radio YouTube channel. That's where we post our daily newscasts, complete interviews, and other information which concerns everyone in the Tularosa Basin. Be sure to give this video a like and subscribe to our channel if you've not done so already. That way you too can remain informed of the goings-on in the Tularosa Basin. And that concludes today's edition of Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.